Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Irina and I'm a master student in German university, and today I want to share my story, how I moved to Germany and how I applied to the German university and how I'm studying right now here. So if you need some portion of motivation, if you are now in the process with the application to the uni or something like that, or you are preparing for moving, I hope this video would be interesting for you. And let's start. So I want to start with my background. I'm from Russia originally, and last 10 years I was living in St. Petersburg and after that in Moscow, but my native city is also in this European area of Russia. Now I turned already 33, so I already had some kind of experience in my life for sure because of that. And I want to start that in August 2022 I decided that I want to change something, because to move abroad and to live somewhere else, it was my dream for many years. And at that point I was in Istanbul, and I decided that now is the time when I want to try at least. It was this strong feeling that I definitely want to do this. So when I came back from my trip, I decided that, yeah, I need a plan how I would be doing this. First, I want to tell that my first degree is a 5 years degree in economics, major in accounting, analysis and auditing. And after that, like a couple years ago, I was studying also psychology, but it was not a degree, it was some kind of 1 year certificate. And after that, it's possible to work as a psychologist in Russia. But of course, Germany is not recognizing this kind of field. And that's why to be a psychologist here for me was not possible. So I decided to apply to the uni with my first degree, of course. But before that, in September, when I was after my trip to Istanbul, I was thinking like where I want to move. And first I thought maybe to Istanbul, but because it was not easy with the residence permit anymore, and also I didn't know any Turkish, of course, I decided that I need another country. And because I'm already 30 plus, I decided that I need country where I can potentially live and not moving anymore. I thought always about US, and I also was playing in the green card lottery, but I've never won actually. That's why I'm here in Germany. And in the end I decided that this kind of lifestyle is not really for me, because you have a car, you have a house, maybe you have work, and that's it. So Europe, I guess, is more suitable for me, because a nice architecture, a lot of countries, you can change your picture, all the time, and a lot of nationalities as well. So I decided that, yeah, maybe Europe. And after that I was thinking about the country in general. And I guess South mentality is not really for me, because I'm from the north of the Russia, and I prefer like more calm, more rational people, I guess. For me it's nice atmosphere, and that's why I decided that maybe Germany would be a case, because still the economy is better for sure. Because even right now when we're talking with our friends who are living in Italy, for example, nice climate, everything is good, but salaries, come on, they are not that high as in Germany still. And as an expat, I have to say that in Germany it would be easier because of the language, because a lot of Germans, they speak English, and definitely it's a good reason, to start smoothly, not to rush with the languages, with the problems, with the documents, with everything. So in my case, because I had a business before in Russia, it was offline business, I had cafes, it was not possible to move through the working visa, because my experience is not really relevant for the companies, and that's why I decided to reject this idea. Also, it was this kind of programs like au pair, and also you can do Ausbildung, but because I didn't speak German at all, for me it was not an option also, and for the au pair I was too old already. So for me the one option to move abroad was actually a master program. And it was a tough decision for me, because I decided that, yeah, it's super tough, I cannot do this, I've never did it before, and my English is really bad. But in the end I decided that, yeah, I need to try, and I gave myself like 1 year for this preparation for the application and for moving. And I started step by step, do something for moving abroad. But first step was strange, I guess, for a lot of people, but I moved to my native city, to my parents' house, because it was cheap and I wanted to save money. Because for the student's visa, you need to show the block account with 11,000 euro. Now it's already, I guess, 12. And that's why, it was crucial for me to save some money. So before the new year, I found like around 50 programs where I can potentially apply it, like master programs. And because my first degree in economics, it was something like in classical economics, something in data science in economics, and I found some programs like business psychology and also management and psychology. That was of course preferable for me because I already consulted as a psychologist and I wanted to continue this path here. But in the end, spoiler, it was not an option, they reject me. After I choose like around 12 unis where I want to apply, it was before New Year, I also started, preparing documents, because you need to put apostille. It's like the print to your documents, especially for diploma or for some certificates, like the birth certificate, for example. And also if you got married, the marriage certificate, divorce certificate, all these papers. And it's actually a long process. It depends on the country, but it took me like per one document around 2-3 weeks. So that's why you need to be prepared. One hint for you: when you are translating your documents, even if your master program is in English, try to do this in German directly, because in the end you would be applying here for the residence permit, for the other things, and it's better to have already the German translation for your documents than to stay with the English. I know that for the universities is okay, but I was not sure that it would be okay for the embassy. That's why I prepared all my documents directly in German, even if I didn't know any German. So after New Year, I was ready to think about the date when I would be passing my IELTS exam, but because I had some kind of psychological exams, the final exams at my program, I decided to do this in March. So I had a fancy date actually, 23rd of March 2023. So it was really funny. I didn't start it prepared like from the beginning after I applied for the IELTS. I was talking about the IELTS in the other video, so you can see how it's possible to apply and how to prepare it. But I did it like, I guess, in 1 month before my exam, because I didn't have any time for that. But I was continuing with the documents preparation, because you need for sure these things. And in the end, I was in Istanbul 1 day before my exam. I was passing in Istanbul because it's now not possible to do this in Russia. So Russian students, they're traveling to pass all the English speaking exams. And actually I took my flight back only after 3 days after exam. So it was not a good idea. You need definitely more time, because I received my documents in the last day. I passed my IELTS and it was 6.5, so it was the highest in B2 level, and for the German university it was enough. I was happy, I was surprised, because I thought maybe I failed, and if I failed, I decided that I can stay in Istanbul, prepared again, and apply for another trial, as I know you can do this, but I don't remember if they have some kind of timing that you cannot do this like every day, for example. But yes, still you have an opportunity to pass second times if you're paying for that. Yeah. Also during this time, I prepared some emails to the unis. So I had 12 unis that I am applying for. And I was asking them some kind of questions, for example, how many places they have, if I need some additional papers or to pass some additional exams or something. And it was really helpful, because they're answering some points. Sometimes you're waiting like around 1 week or 2, but still in the end they're trying to answer your questions, and you kind of keeping in touch with them, it's really great. After you're receiving your IELTS, you should start applying for all the unis. For me, because I passed like a little bit late, that's why I reject some kind of unis, because it was already not possible to apply, because, for example, in TUM or in Technical Berlin or in Köln, they finish in the end of the April, and I just passed my exam, and I decided to not rush it and try to apply like in the last minute. So that's why I started to do it step by step. And first you need to apply to the Uni Assist for your diploma evaluation. So they are checking your diploma. It took them like around 4 to 6 weeks, so be prepared for that. And they are preparing a paper for you where you can find your grade according to the German system. So your GPA, but in the German marks. So for me it was 1.85. I was a little bit disappointed because when I was counting in these kind of calculators online, it was a little bit higher. It was 165. But okay, I decided that, yeah, what I can do, it's 1.8. I started applying there because some unis, they required this part, and as I know from this year, like almost all the unis, you're applying through the Uni Assist. Yeah, so be sure that you're applying, earlier, because you need to wait this time when they evaluate, and each uni they're evaluating again, so it's not like that when they evaluate once and for the other unis they just copy paste. Yeah, you're still waiting. I received in the end of the April my first evaluation from Uni Assist, and sometimes when you're receiving this kind of confirmation that they evaluated it, the university already is sending you another email with a password and login to your personal account on their portal. And there you will have also, for example, some kind of survey that you need to fulfill to apply your documents again, so it's another application. But in some cases they don't require anything and you just apply once and that's it. I would be checking on my tablet because, yeah, I have a lot of dates and I want to be picky with the details. So on 23rd of May, I received my first admission letter. Can you imagine? I was so happy because for me it was like a dream, and I thought that it's not possible to receive this kind of admission letter. And in the end I received like super early and was super happy. Siegen is not a big city between Köln and Frankfurt, so somewhere in between. Yeah, but still it was really nice to have some kind of option for sure. But on the 26th of May, I received also a rejection letter from Kassel, because it was the program, the data science and economics, and because I didn't have like enough credits according to them in informatics. That's why they reject me. In the end of the May, I applied for visa because in Russia it's really hard process due to the situation, and I received a date for applying all the documents to the embassy only on 31st of July. So it's like 2 months after. So on 27th I received another admission letter and I was super happy. It was Osnabrück University and also a pretty classical economics program, I have to say. Yeah, but it was really nice because you already have a choice. And I guess 1 week after, I received an invitation from embassy that my date for the application would be 31st of July. It was nice because my sister's birthday was 30th of July, and it was first time when we celebrating together like adults, because we had like 11 years difference, and that's why, it was really crucial for me to stay for her birthday, especially before moving. And during this month I was preparing my documents, of course, and also I opened my blog account through Fintiba, and also I prepared all my insurance and blah blah blah, because it was easier with them for sure. And also I can recommend to take a SIM card from them because it's free of charge first month, and it's definitely nice that you have something that would be helpful for you during like the first days when you are in the other country and you don't need to think about too much. Yeah, and actually my friend is still using because the tariff is pretty okay, so that's why, yeah, I really recommended to do this also. So through Fintiba I did my blog account, I did my travel insurance, and I did my student insurance. And of course I cannot live without any adventures. That's why, you know, after my sister's birthday I was in the airport and it was a huge thunderstorm. That's why they delayed my plane for many hours, and instead of 9 p.m. We had a flight at 4 a.m. So I was in Moscow in the morning, and my appointment was on 11 a.m. So directly from my friend's apartment I decided to go to the embassy, and I was not sleeping at all, so it was a really tough day for me. And the main issue was that when I applied, the guy in the embassy told me that one document is missing, and I was in shock because I didn't know what to do with that, because I was applying in August and I should start studying in October, and it's not really easy to receive visa in Russia. So yeah, I was thinking too much and it was really horrible. But he told me in the end that I can actually send by email additional documents. So after I had this appointment, I was on my way back to my native city, and I prepared this document in 1 week because you need to translate it, you need to wait some governmental structures when they prepare it, and blah blah blah. So I sent to them, and in the end I received my visa on 11th of September, so it's like 5 weeks. And also because I was in the other city, they delivered to me my passport. It was just a couple days, so I was really happy. I was trying to find that day, you know, a visa inside passport, and I couldn't find first, and I was like super scary and almost crying, but in the end I found my visa, so all was good. But the main problem was that I applied with the Zigan University, and can you imagine what happened in September? So in the beginning of September, when I was waiting my visa, I received another admission. When you're applying for visa, you need to choose already a specific uni. And of course, after that, you're starting preparing. So I already started my process to finish my application that I would be studying in Zigen. Also, I was trying to find a dorm or WG in Zigen. I had like a lot of interviews with people, but in the end I stayed with the private dorm, and I signed a contract. I already paid for my dorm, and on 4th of September, it's my father's birthday, I'm checking in the evening my emails, and Düsseldorf University sent me an admission letter. And I was in shock because it was not the first uni that I wanted to study in, but it was a big city, and it was pretty crucial for me because I was moving a lot, and for me it was obvious that I prefer like normal city than the student city, because I'm already 30 plus and I want to settle down somewhere and to have a normal life, so potentially Düsseldorf can be this kind of city. So what I did, I sent an email to both unis, what I should do in this case if I want to change the uni. I sent to Ausländerbehörde, like to the foreign authority, also in Ziegen and in Düsseldorf, like if I can switch, because my visa is only for specific uni. That's it. So it's valid only for specific uni. That's why it was a problem for me how to change it. But in the end, no problem with that. So because Ausländerbehörde of Düsseldorf, they answer me that I can switch uni. But after that, when I'm already in the country, I should notify them, and yeah, already sent all the documents with the new uni to them. And can you imagine, after 4th of September, I decided to change everything. So I'm changing uni. I started preparing for this immatriculation to the Düsseldorf uni. I rejected in the end Ziegen, and I was lucky enough because with this private dorm I had 14 days to cancel my contract without any commission, and they will, you know, send me money back. I'm canceling my contract, And I'm starting from the beginning, trying to find an apartment in 15 days. Can you imagine, in 15 days before I'm moving, I was trying to find an apartment. I sent so many emails and messages through the WG gesucht or the other websites, on the Facebook, everywhere. And in the end, I was lucky enough. Of course, it was some kind of scam. Of course, some people reject me, but I found a WG where I'm living. I'm living just with one person, so it's really convenient. We discussed that when I came to Germany already, we can sign a contract and I will pay directly with the cash. I was really happy, but still scared a lot, because you never know like which kind of person it would be. Maybe it's like really scam and you sign something and the apartment is disappeared. So yeah, it's normal feeling that you're feeling something like that or worried about that. It was really a huge risk, but I decided that in the end it should work better for me for sure. And I definitely didn't regret at all, because it was the best decision that I made. And I'm really happy that I'm now in Düsseldorf. I'm studying in Heinrich Heine Universität. I cannot say that I love the program, but still I'm pretty happy that I'm living in Düsseldorf, because it's super convenient. A lot of people speak in English. Yeah, I have an opportunity to work here also as a working student. And yeah, you have a lot of options to travel, because it's a big city and you have a lot of things around. And also because you're in the NRV region, we are really close to the borders of the other countries, so you even can visit some other countries. That for me was like a dream, because I've never been in Europe before I moved. So this is my story. I hope you were enjoying, and yeah, I believe in you if you're now in the process. I know that it's really hard and it's a lot of details that you should manage, but it's definitely worth it. I really wish you good luck with everything. And if you want to keep in touch, please subscribe on my Instagram, because I'm posting there like every day, and you can see how is the life in Germany is going. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it, and see you next video. Bye bye.